Welcome to an all-new episode of NBA 2K TV.
It's time. You have voted for the last 6 seasons, and it comes down to this, our 2K TV Top Play of the Year Finals.
We're down to 2 plays, and today your vote decides who will take the title of Top Play of the Year and 1 million VC.
Woo! Get ready. Here's Scott Moak with your finalists.
Hey everyone, Scott Moak here, PA announcer for your Sacramento Kings. Now last week you narrowed down the field to these 2 final contenders. And now it's time to light the beam for your top play of the year. Who will win 1 million VC? Here are your finalists. Your first finalist is the random wizard for hopping over 1 defender to posterize a second. Is this fantastic finish enough to take over the final vote? Or will our winner be King Op from the wreck for the ultimate behind-the-back pass from the baseline, clearing the runway for a body-catching dunk, just like Jason Williams used to do it in Sacramento? Vote now and help us award 1 million VC. Thanks for all the amazing plays you sent in this year, and don't miss our 2K TV Awards special to find out which of these 2 dazzling plays takes home Top Play of the Year honors. See ya!
We're celebrating the life and career of NBA legend Bill Walton in NBA 2K24. In MyTEAM, enter this locker code for a Bill Walton player card.
You can use it to match some of his many career accomplishments in a newly added Lifetime Agenda group, which includes rewards like tie-dye basketballs, just like his one-of-a-kind style. All right, we're back with some more MyNBA Eras tips, this time coming from community expert King Jordan. Jordan, how you doing today?
I'm doing pretty good. I can't wait to give some great tips to the community and see how everybody uses them.
We're all ready to get better, so let's start with this. How do you approach drafts, Jordan? Because I know you're on the phone with me being like, hey, you need to do this when you're playing this era, you need to make this trade. Where can people start?
Draft picks is very important. I feel like when you start off doing the dynasty and you go into the My era and it's the first year, you have to go big or go home. And one of the reasons why I say that is because you literally can take your players, pick the best player that you want. So like normally me, if I go in the first round draft pick, I'm going to get the first round pick or the second pick, depending on who I'm playing with. And I'm going to try to pick someone that is like LeBron or somebody that is a Hall of Fame player that I know that's going to, run my team. And then if I'm in the 2003 draft era with LeBron, I'm definitely going for all the 2003 draft picks, and I'm probably going to save just one player that is a 90 overall or above.
You mentioned going after the draft picks, but sometimes it's not so easy depending on what team you're playing as. So what are some tips for new players playing with their favorite team? What are they looking to trade to move up in that draft?
You can get some really good deals at the beginning of the year. I believe that you should try to trade your lesser players around 77, 75-ish overall. You can get some good picks for that. And literally you can go to the teams and look at the 2003 picks or whatever pick that you want and click on it and see if it may give you a good deal for you to get a nice draft pick.
Yeah, I think what's important is try to know who you're targeting, especially when you're going back in the past. You have an idea of which players are in which draft class. So let's say you're playing in 1989, and you know in the back of your mind, 1992 draft, I know Shaq's at the top of my list. So you can start already collecting first-round draft picks for 1992, because maybe the other teams don't know that Shaq's coming in 3 years, but you do.
That's a great point. You want to stock up to build your team. And Jordan, what makes a great starting five that's going to dominate in these eras?
So a perfect starting lineup for me, I want a tall point guard. I want a point guard that's like 6'5", 6'6". He has to be able to play defense and score as well. And then for my shooting guard position, I want at least a 6'7", 6'8", lone defender that can play defense, that has some interior, at least 85, where if I have to switch him to the center, he can be able to guard the center as well. Vice versa with the small forward. Now with the power forwards and center, I definitely want a power forward and a center that can shoot and space the floor, but be able to attack the basket and definitely be able to defend the basket too as well. 90 interior and up for my centers. That's my dream lineup.
And Jordan, there's so much control that the users have in this mode. What kind of coach setting tips would you give to players once you have your team out there, your lineup set? How do you play the game and win?
Coach schemes set you so much apart because you can dive into it and go with so many different things. There's a system called system proficiency. And what this system does is it literally tells you like schemes and plays that your coach and your team thrives in. So let's say if I have grit and grind and my grit and grind is rated at a 3-star, then I probably want to go with something else, maybe pace and space, so I can get a 4-star. The higher star you have, the better your team is going to operate. One of my favorite schemes though is grit and grind.
I love that. And of course, with different eras means different rule sets, different pacing of those eras is also important. So finding that right mix and match for whatever team you're using against whatever roster you're going up against is really important. But now let's talk more about defense. What are some defensive plays that you run when you're competing in my eras, Jordan?
If you play up, you're not going to get as much steals and you're going to probably get blown past by the rim sometimes. But if you play the right way and have the right balance, you can have the balance where you can be able to get the steals and still not be able to get blown by the rim. So one of the settings that you can have is, because a lot of people love running the pick and roll, you can have it where you can switch it where it never switch on the player, okay? The defender will easily rotate with you, so it's no mismatch really. Everybody helps out on the floor, everybody rotates on the floor, so you don't have to worry about getting through that defender for a person to hit a mid-range fade on you. And that used to happen to me a lot till I learned these schemes.
I know I was running different defensive schemes at you, going from zone to man to kind of mix and matching, but what tips do you have for players playing offense?
So it just depends. You know, the community, we have so many different ways that we like to dribble and shoot the ball. If you're doing ISO, I recommend that you use 5 out. Now you have to use the right 5 out. And make sure you pay attention to the box that's in the corner where it's showing you the plays and how your player is moving. Now, if you're an ISO player, you can do 5 out. Paul picks, they're not going to come into the paint as well. Also, too, if you go to your coach settings, you can switch to have them stay out or have them manually cut when you want them to. I always choose manually because I'm an ISO player myself, but I love switching up and calling pick and roll schemes too and plays to switch up the defender so he won't know what I'm doing as well.
Yeah, and following up on Jordan's point, you want to make sure you have the right roster for your offense, right? 5 out is great if you can have a lot of shooters that space the floor and you have a point guard that can drive and dish. So you want to just find something that works with what you have as a team. And if it's not, hey, like we said, look for free agents, make some trades. Basically, just try to find players that can run the style of offense you're looking to run.
That's a great point, Brian. And the pace of the game will be different depending on what era you're actually playing in. So one way to find out how to accommodate that era is through scouting. Jordan, what scouting tips can you give fans in this mode?
So scouting is very important. And the reason why it's very important because you want to get a scout with some chemistry that can also go after the players and know what you want. Just as a wing coach, a perimeter coach, a big man coach, a post coach, all your coaches, every single thing that is lined up as your staff, just as well as your starting five is strong, your staff got to be strong as well too.
Well, there it is. Great tips, King Jordan. Thanks so much for joining us on 2K TV today.
Oh, I really appreciate y'all. Like I said, I love showing and giving information to the community. And if you want to find me, you can find me on all my platforms at King Jordan DF. And maybe I'll be able to get on 2K TV and be in the next segment of the My Era. I don't appreciate how they did LD in that segment. I was hot. I was upset. But it's okay, I got your back, LD.
You do, because you know what? I've been taking notes. I have all my notes ready. I'm ready to dethrone the champion, Brian.
Well, joke's on you guys, because I gave a lot of tips, but I didn't give you all my tips. So we're gonna see just how well Chris can get me next round. We'll see.
And with that, take all that stuff that you learned and apply it in your own MyNBA eras. Get out there, build a team, and rewrite NBA history.
Season 7 has unleashed GOAT cards into NBA 2K24's MyTEAM.
If you're new to the concept, let me break it down. These GOAT cards are 99 everything and have every Hall of Fame badge. Truly the most powerful player cards of the year.
Each Friday, a new GOAT card is being released, with Larry Bird and Shaquille O'Neal already in the MyTEAM community's hands. Today, alongside the Ignite release, the 90s GOAT drops with Michael Jordan. 2 3-peats and more accolades than we have time to talk about, MJ's GOAT card is out right now.
But there is more than just the GOAT card itself. To make sure everyone can play with these MyTEAM GOAT players, multiple GOAT series cards are dropping with each release. Featuring 100 overall, out-of-position Dark Matters, a Galaxy Opal, and an earnable Galaxy Opal with each release, be sure to add these players to your collection every week.
The 2K TV Awards are coming up. Are you getting out there and getting those wins?
While you're out there putting in the work, so is Team 2K TV. We have our big community episode coming up, which means Team 2K TV will be playing with and against some of your favorite community members. I can't wait.
I know, as a coach, I can't wait as well. But until then, enjoy the game.
I'm gonna finally get you a win. I'm gonna finally get her a win.
We'll see.